Auburn chokes away another one as they fall to Missouri in overtime, 23-17.
In the world full of podcasts, he's the undisputed heavyweight champion of hot takes, an Auburn sports homer, master of the boog, and message board legend. Get your buttons buttoned and your hats flattened because the Top Button Podcast is about to kick off. And you don't want to miss your courtside seat. Now, here's your host, Charlie Five.
Yes, sir. We're back. It's another episode of the Top Button Podcast Reaction Edition as we talk about the loss, another loss to Missouri, 23-17, like I mentioned. Dropped to 0-4 in conference, and you continue to lose games, and it feels like Groundhog Day. It's literally the exact same script almost every single game. It's fascinating. Like this team, it's so fascinating to watch it unfold because it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time before eventually we give up the lead and we can't get it back. It's crazy. It's insane. We can't make big plays, and once again we're done before November. It's tough look. We're going to jump into all the details here in just a second, but before we get started, let's give a quick shout out to Rowback.com. Use coupon code BARN20 to take 20% off your order. Polos, hoodies, pullovers, doesn't matter. They got it all. So show them some love. Get you a nice hoodie. Get ready for hoodie season. Get you some Auburn licensed apparel if you still care. I know it's tough right now, but they still got some really good stuff. So show them some love. It's Rowback.com. 2 games in a row, you jump out to a really good start on offense. You get the ball, you walk down the field. You did convert on a 4th down with a pass interference, I believe, where Perry makes just an unbelievable catch. But it felt like it was a really low percentage play. You just kind of got bailed out there a little bit. I don't know if 4th and 2 and throwing the bomb is the correct play there. But regardless, you took it, you caught a break, and you capitalized on it. You kept going down the field, real methodical, and then you punched it in. And then after that, it was absolute disaster on offense. It was a complete disaster. The script felt like it ran out, and we were just making up plays as we go. After that touchdown, your next drives were interception, which everybody was like, okay. We pulled the trigger and we threw an interception finally. Could that shake some of the cobwebs off, kind of like getting that first contact in the game? Like, okay, let's I'm nervous. All I got to do is get a hit one time and I should be ready to go. Does that kind of settle you down? And it doesn't change anything. It's the same thing over and over and over again. Interception, punt, miss, field goal. That was the next 4. That was the next 4 drives. You don't get many opportunities in the games now, the way the clock works. You got 6 possessions, and it got you a touchdown, a turnover, again, 2 punts, and a missed field goal. In those 2 punt drives, there was 3 plays and out, 3 plays and out. 3 plays for -7 yards and 3 plays for 8 yards. So those 2 drives that you punted, you netted 6 plays for 1 yard. It's just not anywhere near good enough. It's not anywhere remotely close to good enough. I really thought that there was a chance for a quarterback change after that first half. It just felt like it was missed opportunity after missed opportunity. A lot of the same things that you continue to see. And then especially when the last 2 plays before you missed the field goal were negative plays by the quarterback. You had a rollout. It was only a loss of 3 yards, but still, you're moving further away from almost guaranteed points. Then the only thing you can't do on 3rd and 12 from the 16, the only thing you cannot do in that position is take a sack. Can't do it. Because it takes you, it makes it that much, especially, it makes it that much harder on Alex, which that's a whole different conversation to have. Makes it that much harder on Alex, that much further on Alex. You just can't back a field. Like, you can't do anything that's going to cause the field goal to be longer. And he had a 40-yarder that he just barely missed right. That was very unlike him. But again, like, there's a whole conversation to be had around Alex and why he's out there. Like, it's scary to think about. I mean, I know he's getting healthier and healthier, but you saw the 50-yarder. He couldn't get it halfway into the end zone. It's just that's what we're relying on, and that's just it's just scary. It just keeps giving you razor thin margins. But I thought maybe you'd make a change after half, and you didn't. And you came out on your first drive, and it was pretty solid. You missed a field goal again as the 50-yarder. Very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate drive there. And then you just kind of had opportunities, and you couldn't really get it done. You had a drive. Missouri ties it up 17-17. And then you have a chance to go down and kick all you got to do is get in field goal range. In theory, you couldn't do it. It's tough stuff, man. It's really, really tough stuff. You did have a turnover at the end too that kept you in the game, basically. You had a pick, an interception. Missouri could have kicked the game-winning field goal, but Jay Crawford picked one off, had a great interception, and then you go to overtime. And the thing is, like, we're just not built for overtime right now. You just knew there was no way Auburn could win in overtime because field goal kicking is of a priority in overtime, and you obviously have issues there. And then I just didn't have any faith that we could put together anything competent on offense. And that was the case. You just had, a terrible, terrible second overtime. You had, let's see what the overtime offense was. Overtime offense, 4 plays for -7 yards, 4 plays for 2 yards. So in overtime, you had -5 yards. I mean, that you could see that from a mile away that was coming. And then if Auburn had to get in a field goal kicking contest early, that was going to be a struggle. And then if you even got to the 2-point plays, what do? They got a really good running back. They can put a lot of pressure on you with. We had Jeremiah Cobb played a great game. You just really didn't have any confidence. And that's a loop. Every single game, you have a chance to either take the lead, tie, or win. And you can't do it. You cannot do it. You can't make big plays except for defense. Defense can make big plays, but you cannot make any big plays on offense. We're going to talk about that in just a second. We'll be back right after this. Clutch plays, big plays, average plays. They just can't make them. And I know that's pointing to, like, I'm blaming the players, and I'm not. It is just the reality that for some reason we cannot make big plays. We cannot make clutch plays on offense. And that has to point back to the coaching. It has to point back to the coach, but maybe the atmosphere, the culture, I don't know. Like you start off the game on the second drive, and this is why, even though Jackson's frustrating as crap as times, he lays one into Cam Coleman's hands just perfectly in stride, and we drop it. You throw him a little comeback route that's an easy throw and catch. You probably catch 20 times in a row, 100 times in a row. He drops it. You have a fourth down play that you got a play called and you got a receiver. You got Preston Howard right there at the sticks, and you make a good throw, and it hits him in the hands, and you drop it. It's just, whether it's a missed block in a big situation, a missed assignment in a big situation, could you or should you have cut back, or could you have broken a one tackle? It's just game after game after game. You just can't make that game-defining play. And that is, it's almost incredible at how many things have to go wrong in these games for Auburn to lose. Like, really think about all of the things that have to go wrong over the last 4 games. Now, Texas A&M, not so much, because you got sacked a billion times. But think about opportunity after opportunity that Auburn's had. And you have to miss all those opportunities. You literally have to miss every single one of them to lose these games. And we miss every one of them. It's insane. Missouri is a good football team. And for the most part, I felt like you controlled the entire game. Defense was in freaking credible again. They're not great on offense, but we completely shut down Ahmad Hardy. Just was not going to let him run the ball. I love that we were able to say, we're going to go out there on defense, shut down the run, make them beat us with the pass. And I would say you accomplished your goal. 17 points. You can't, what do we expect from them to do? What do we expect them to do? Just pitch shutouts every single game? Defense was incredible. The penalties were down. You weren't having a ton of penalties. You just blew opportunity after opportunity on offense. Xavier Atkins played another incredible game. 11 tackles, 10 of them were solo. You know how I like solo to assisted tackle ratio. I want that to be high. We had 10 of his 11 tackles are solo. 2 sacks. You kidding me? What a game. Robert Woodyard also had a big game. 11 tackles, 9 solo, 4 tackles for loss. We had 9 tackles for loss in this game. 3 sacks. It's crazy, man. How does it happen? How does it continue to happen? Kayan Lee had a big game, big interception. Jay Crawford obviously had his big interception at the end. How does DJ Durkin keep those guys competing every single drive, no matter what? And they have to feel or know that there's no offensive support whatsoever. I just got to go out there and put my body on the line every single drive, and there's just zero faith that we're going to be able to win the game offensively. It's maddening, man. It is. It's just incredible how many things have to go wrong for Auburn, and every single one of them goes wrong. How many things have to go wrong for Auburn not to be able to win these games, and then all those things go wrong? It's crazy. I feel like Auburn could have won every single one of these games. I think an average offense at best, just average, and you're 6-1, 5-1, 6-1, maybe 5-2 at worst. It's frustrating, but here we are once again. It is October 19th, and you are done. You are done again. You have no chance to play for anything. No playoff. You can't backdoor your way into a playoff with 4 losses. You're 0-4 in conference. You're guaranteed to be at best 4-4 in conference. And it is October 19th. We still have 5 games left. It's insane at what a failure it's been with this roster, man. With the defensive effort you've been given, it's a complete failure of epic proportions on offense. And once again, we're sitting here with absolutely nothing to play for in November but pride. No, we're not in the playoff conversation. We're not in any conversation. The only conversations we're in are whose coaches are on the hot seat conversations. I don't know that there's an answer. I don't know that there's an answer between now and the end of the season. I mean, this feels kind of like the end. I'm not going to lie. This feels kind of like the end for this whole regime. All the effort, all the money, everything that was pumped into this roster for this season, for this schedule, the easiest schedule we'll ever see again. The easiest schedule you will ever see at Auburn again, unless they kick us out of the SEC for being so bad. And you just couldn't even remotely come close to getting it done. And it's a shame too, because you got another 4 games that you should be able to win, that you're going to have a better roster than the team you're playing against. I know Vanderbilt's really good, but I think Auburn's got a better roster. And Hugh actually had a quote too, where he was like, I think Mike G asked him about the talent gap, and he basically said, I don't think it's a talent gap. So I mean, if it's not a talent gap, where do you point the finger? I don't know timelines. I don't know what's going to happen, but it just feels like it's going to be – it just feels like there's just no way that Hugh can be the coach in 2026. Not saying – I don't think that he's going to be able to do enough between now and the end of the season to warrant it. What a shame. What a shame. Guys, we got to hang in there. It's going to be a rough go. It's going to be a rough final 5 games, and we're not out of this wilderness yet. So we're just going to have to stick together, hang in there, and talk through it. But it was a rough one. It was a rough one. I'll have to look even more into rewatch the game, and we'll have the live tonight, and we'll talk through it with Zach and Dap. It should be a lot of fun. So y'all make sure that you tune in to that one. And we'll be back again soon. Hang in there. It's another episode of the Top Button Podcast. Stay buttoned.
Thanks for listening, and drive home safely.